Alright, well things kind of happen fast, but we got the cap on. Alright, so I've been waiting 4 months for this. So this is the Overland Vehicle Systems Truck Cap for my 2020 Ram 2500. And this is how it comes. So it came on a big pallet, strapped up. Comes in this box that I'm standing on. That came in it, which is the roof. And you get this big box and this big box. And you have to put it all together. So inside this box came 2 of these boxes. This box has 8 of these clamps in it to hold it to your truck bed. And then the other box had, and then these are thrown in here, gaskets for around the whole thing and around the doors probably. I wasn't sure, probably like you guys, I wasn't sure how much fabrication it was going to take. Looks like it's going to take a while. So it comes with, there might be more hardware in the other box too. These are a couple door latches for the side doors, I believe. I would imagine the other box could have the same amount of stuff in it, maybe some more hardware. But it comes with this little scanner for instructions and warranty and whatnot. So I'm going to start opening this stuff, get this box open, get all my parts laid out. It's going to be a couple day project because I don't really have much time. So the 4-wheeler is going to have to go under the lean-to for a couple nights because this is going to take a while. So I'm going to start getting stuff opened up and we will go from there. That's beefy. I'd say that right there alone is probably 50 pounds-ish. So they told me, I called them and asked too the best way to do it because there's no really videos online that I could find for my truck at least. And they said the best way to do it is on the ground and then lift it up and put it on the truck. So the one thing I don't want to do that I'm concerned about is drilling holes. I don't think you'll have to. I think these are going to be the tracks that run on top of the roof. And then I ordered it when you get those. If you order one, you got free crossbars for the top. Because I'm going to put a rooftop tent on this. Nice big beefy clips. You can test it, see if it opens right here. Click the 1, click the 2. Yep, there's the door. Very nice. Feels good and sturdy. So there's one side, I'll get the rest open. Well, there you have it, all the pieces. So you got your door, tracks for the roof, which I'm going to get those crossbars at my house and put the crossbars right on here. Back window and door, and then the cab window. And that's the roof. And those are your accessories. Alright, so this is how I laid it out on the floor. I scanned the little QR code for directions here. So just pull up your camera, scan that. It'll give you a link to the instructions on how to put this all together. I'm working with a little bit of a tight space here. It's only a 16 by 20 garage, but it's doable. So they want you to put this together with the right piece, or the right side first. And you're going to use this bag that's labeled that. And that's for the sides. So it's to bolt together these holes here with the inside of those. So they said to do that loosely first. One thing that the directions say is you got to use anti-seize on every bolt, stainless bolt. So I have to get some anti-seize from my garage because I don't have any here. But so I'm going to put those together, bolt those together, and then it says to bolt the left side to it, and then the front, or the rear, I should say, the rear one all together. You put them all together loosely, and then once they're all together loosely, we take the top, we set the top on top of the frame, and then the runners here, or whatever you want to call them, the top tracks for it, they go on top, and then you bolt the sides. You have to put the bolts down through the tracks. So I'll show you in the future too when we put it together. So you put the bolts, there's holes here, there's holes here, they're just hard to see. But you put the bolt through that, down through this, and then through those holes on the side, and they're bolted up. This door is going to drive me nuts, so I'm sure it's driving you guys nuts too. So, and then once you get those on, you just put them together loosely. It says enough to like squeeze the gasket down a little bit. So you'll do that, and then you go grab your other hardware bag and put them through this top and the back towards the cab. And then everything's put together at that point, and then it's just these little things. So you got the caps, you got the electrical, you got these gaskets that you're going to put. I assume we're going to put them around every door. I haven't really got that far in the directions because I don't have time and I got somewhere to be. But that's the game plan. So tomorrow, I will meet you back here tomorrow, and we're going to get this thing put together. It's going to take a couple people to lift it. Usually the fiberglass, I think the fiberglass can be a little bit lighter, but than this. I think probably by 100 pounds or so, maybe not 100. I don't know. She told me this was 250 on the phone, so shouldn't be too bad. So we'll get it all together. We'll get it lifted. I'll probably have 3 people help me get it lifted on my truck. Of course, my truck's got a little bit of a lift in it too, so we're gonna have to lift really good. I'll probably get someone in the bed and somebody in the front. Maybe 4 people would be better. We are having a party tomorrow, so if I can get it put together in the morning, I can have a whole bunch of people get it on there. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is tomorrow. Alright, so I got what I need. You're going to need some of this. I'm hoping this is enough. Anti-seize for all your bolts when you put it together. So I've got a brisket on the smoker right now back at the house. So I'm going to be running back and forth checking the temp on that. So I'm just going to dive right into this because I'm kind of on a time constraint. But we're going to start with this piece and the right side. I don't know which one they consider the right side. I don't think it matters. Because is it the right side this way, or is it the right side looking from the back? I don't know. I don't think it matters. But we're going to put this piece up, bolt that to it, bolt that to it, bolt that to that side, bolt that to the top with those. And I forgot the crossbars, but I will go get them. So I'm going to prop the phone up and we're going to get going. Alright, so we got this pack of nuts, bolts, and washers. I got 2 13mm ratchets, and I got my anti-seize lubricant. So we're going to just get started. I'm going to pop this up and start putting these together. doable with one person. I've managed to make a mess already. That's where those bolts go. I don't know if it matters if they go this way or this way, but I think for looks, I like it this way better. I don't think it makes a difference. So nut, washer, washer bolt. I'm gonna pop it up. Do the same thing here. And then the same thing on the back. 2 corners, so. Shouldn't take too long, really. I'm just gonna put them all in hand tight like it says. And then get it all tightened up. I'll have to read the instructions. I'm filming this on my phone, so I can't really read the instructions. I was going to print them out and forgot, but I can't read the instructions and do this at the same time. Alright, so per side you're going to need your 5 bolts, 10 washers, and 5 nuts. And then we're just going to put them right through there. But it's all put together. It only took 19 minutes in total just to bolt that together, so that's not bad. So I will go check the directions on my phone and I will be right back. Alright, so I just read the instructions. The next step it says is to tighten all these until the bolt is flush with the end of the nut. But not tighten them tight. And so what we're going to do is we're going to tighten all 20 of these until the bolt is flush with the nut, and then we're going to put the roof on. That gets tightened down, and then you go back through and you tighten once the roof's on and the track bars are on. Then you go through and tighten everything else. You tighten all 20 of these all the way. You leave it loose just so you can wiggle these to make them line up better. And then I think I can put my crossbars on anytime, but I'll probably put them on while it's on the ground because it'll be a lot easier. So once I get it all bolted on and tightened up, I'll run home, get my crossbars, put them in the tracks, and then I'll have a bunch of people come and help me lift it on there. So like I said, really installation's only about, or building this is probably only going to take about an hour tops. So that's the good part. The bad part is it's going to be really heavy to lift, and I got to install these, which I don't imagine they'd be too hard. So they're right there and there. So I'm going to get going on tightening these up and we'll put the lid on. Alright, so I got everything like loosely buttoned up, but it's still, you can still wiggle it. So now I'm going to put the roof on, the top on, whatever you want to call it. Well, that worked. Not sure if the holes are lined up, but it worked. A little bit of shimmying. Alright, so read the instructions. The next step is to use these. This is your, so it says CNP03. Those are going to be your hardware. So I got the lid placed. Then I'm going to set these on the roof, lining up the holes. One there and one on the other side. So let's start with the side. So that's what we're going to do. Just like that. Open these up, see what we got. I'm guessing that those little rubbers are going to go over that. So when that goes down through the hole, it creates a seal. But I'm going to just triple check. Yep, that was correct. So those go like that. This is going to go on the inside. You're going to roll that up and push it down through. So that should be inside the cap. Could probably open the doors to check, but more fun to crawl around. Yeah, so there's that bolt sticking through. And we're going to do it with the rest of all these. So those are all on. Bolts are in the tracks. So now I'm going to take all these and I'm going to go underneath and put them all on. All right. Let's climb out. I got to go check that brisket and get it wrapped up. All right, so got the old brisket on here. Oh, doesn't that look delicious? Intermission. But there she is in all her glory. I like to put a little barbecue sauce and apple juice on here too. I don't have any apple juice, but I got barbecue sauce, so I'm just going to fold this up. Beautiful day, so back to the truck cap. Alright, so I just read the directions. I'm going to get under there, tighten these tracks down. It recommends going in like a sequence of like this side, starting in the middle, this side, 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 and then kind of like back and forth, working it back and forth so it doesn't deform it. And then it says to do the same thing with this front and the rear, kind of do the same tightening pattern, start in the middle here, middle there, here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there, so you can, it says so it doesn't deform the lid. So that's what I'm going to do, and then once that's tightened, once I get those installed and tightened, then you go back inside and tighten the first bolts that we put in a little while back, and then I'll install the latches. I'll clean up the perimeter of my truck bed. I'll get all the gaskets. It gives you gaskets to install right here around the perimeter of your truck bed, and then also some of this stuff. I forget what they call it, but it says to put it in the corners of where this meets the truck bed, like the inside corner right up front there. So we'll do that. We'll get all that installed, get the latches on, and then when I get the cap on, I'll take the tail light out and we'll install the third brake light with the supplied hardware that comes with that. I believe we got a sequence for these too. We got regular washers, stainless washers, and rubber washers. So I assume how they go is black washer on the roof, rubber underneath that, through the roof, through the hole, and then tighten down. That would make the most sense, but I'm going to go into the instructions and make sure. And we will see. Well, believe it or not, it doesn't tell you in the instructions how to do it, but I would imagine that's about the only way to do it to keep it watertight. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to get underneath. These ones I'm going to need someone else for. There's no way I'm doing I could do these ones because I got long arms. I can reach those, but this one there's no way to hold that and tighten it. So my buddy Barack will be here within a couple hours, so I'll just have him help me with these ones. I'll get these ones done and get the crossbars on. I won't be able to tighten the other remaining portion, but that's okay. I got lots of time. So pretty much I'm just going to run that, and then this is the rubber washer, just like that. And then tighten it till that rubber squishes down into there. Because that's what we want on the roof, obviously, is watertight. Alright, so instructions are very vague here. I think I got this right. So they give you these covers. They give you 6 of these. There's 6 latches, 2 on the doors each, and then 2 on the back. These aren't installed on the sides. So I don't know if they're options or if you're supposed to put them on. So what I've found is, I think what you're supposed to do is put this in here like that, and then this closes to keep it covered, and then they give you these little rubber gaskets to put over this and on the back to create a seal. Now this latch, this is the other latch. They come with this big rubber gasket, which is nice and beefy compared to the one they want you to use. They say to disregard this one. They say to take this off, throw it away, and use this little one. I wish there was a beefier one, but I guess it doesn't matter because it's going on. And then this little screw is put in here like this, or this bolt. So they're saying to put it in this hole. This is obviously where your latch goes. Make sure I got a good angle for you. I'm guessing it goes down. You want the lettering up. I'm guessing it goes down through this hole, sits there, and then this bolt screws it on. I'm guessing. I'm going to check these doors. Oh, I got it here. So these are the side ones. So the latch comes out. The latch comes out. And then the door lifts up. Now these are different. So when this locks, it locks against the back side. So I'm guessing when these go down, you pop that open, you hit this button, and it releases there. Okay, so I think I got it right. So I'm going to just kind of rough it in right now without tightening it too much. And we're going to put the other side in. Alright, so these are the latches. So they come with covers. I think they're optional. I like them. I'm going to put them on there. I actually went through and put them on these too. They don't come installed on these side doors. But I put them on. I'm probably not even going to really open the side doors too much. Maybe. Like if my e-bike's on the back and I can't open this, I might. But they're there. I think it's good to have a little extra protection. Especially where I am with all the salt on the roads and whatnot. Up here in upstate New York. So pretty much all good. I just open up the crossbars. So these are the crossbars here. They'll go on there somewhere. And I can adjust them. I'm just going to put them in a generic spot for now and then adjust them as I go. I assume they come with end caps in here. we might as well open it up and see. Gotta love these companies. Just because you guys know how to do it doesn't mean we do. And I appreciate you making a quality product, but at least give us instructions. I didn't see anything. Maybe there's a QR code in here too or something. Nope. Yeah, so well, that's what you get in the box. I don't know how to put them together. I'm sure it's not rocket science. I'm sure these are probably to mount it to the roof. Maybe. I don't know. And these are a bunch of T-slots. I'll have to do a little research, see if I can find something online. Be nice if it had instructions. Maybe it was just my box that didn't have them. Who knows? But so that's where they'll go, and the cap's almost ready. Once my buddy shows up, I'll have him just hold the Allen key on those. Alright, so these weren't end caps. Apparently they don't have end caps, or they might. These might be the end caps. I don't know. But anyways, these go there. You put a couple of the T bolts in the tracks, and you do that on all 4 corners. And then I'm just going to, once I get them done, I'll flip it over and put them in the tracks like they say. So you had to go online. I just typed in OVS Truck Cap crossbars, and it came up with the instructions. I wish it would come with them so you don't have to go online to do everything, but it's just the way the world is, so. Pull up the rest of the instructions and see what they tell you to do next. I should just run home and print them out, but that's okay. The brisket's cooking. I got all the time in the world. Alright, so then you want to install these T-bolts into the track here. And then it says to flip these over, set them on there, install the rest of your remaining hardware loosely, and then set it to your desired gap distance according to your rooftop tent or whatever you're mounting on the roof. I'm not doing that right now because I don't have the rooftop tent yet. So I'm just going to set them to where I want them, where it looks good. Tighten them down, and then when I get the rooftop tent, I'll loosen them up and move them as I need. So it says for now, flip these over and put them over these bolts, over these T-bolts you put in the track. Easy enough. And I think I can, just to get it out of the way, and then once I get those bolted down, these are the end caps. So they just bolt right on there. They come with a couple cap head bolts, so they look a little bit better than a regular bolt. And then that's a wrap on the cap. Alright, well, things kind of happen fast, but we got the cap on. I had some help. I didn't have time to film, but it's up there. Looks good. Not much clearance in the back at all. I guess I'm not that worried about it, but I put the 4 clamps down the side, 4 clamps there. Got it all. Ran the gasket. I ran 2 lines of gasket under there, and in the corners. Nice and sturdy. Might come out looking good. So I'm happy with it.